Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here, back with another guide for Elden Ring. This time I'm going to show you how to take down the Putrid Grave Warden Duelist in the Consecrated Snowfield Catacombs in the Consecrated Snowfield. Okay, so this boss is just your typical duelist boss. However, he does have a breath attack that can spread Scarlet Rot, and basically all of his physical attacks will build it as well. These guys are actually some of my favorite bosses. I find the sound of their weapons hitting the terrain to be incredible. Alright, so I've been trying to learn how to parry these guys. I was really good at it in the beginning of the game, but now I'm terrible, especially because I'm so afraid of the damage that they can do, let alone the Scarlet Rot. So I'm going to more or less stop trying to parry them, and we'll just get on with it. If the boss grabs you, it will take out a snake that will instantaneously give you Scarlet Rot. So if you have any preserving boluses, you want to go ahead and put those on your bar. The recipe book for those preserving boluses is located in Shifra River, just behind the Shifra Riverbank site of Grace. It's located on a corpse, so very early on in the game you can learn how to make those. Once you're done messing around with your bar and getting your flasks back up there, it's time to actually fight the boss. So it can be parried. It can also be backstabbed, which is really easy to fish out. I'll start doing it by the end of the fight just to kind of close it out, but you can fish out backstabs on this boss like no other. It's really not that hard. The boss has some pretty long combos, and they all sort of extend into each other. So it's sort of like the combos aren't really ever over. He can keep following up. Granted, they're not very fast. He is using a great axe, which is slow by nature. The upswing attack there can drain a lot of stamina, and then because the weapon is also infused with Scarlet Rot, it's going to break through your 100% physical block rating shield no matter what. So you really just got to keep an eye on your health. I know that sounds obvious, but if you're used to just blocking physical attacks with a 100% block rating shield, it can be easy to forget that you're still taking damage here. So always keep an eye on it. The boss can shout and buff himself. When this happens, he just deals a lot more damage. He can still be staggered if you are using a greatsword or a great axe or something. I personally use that, but when I started the fight, I hit him twice with my greatsword and completely stunned him. So it didn't feel like it would make a pretty good guide if I went in here with anything but a regular longsword. So one interesting thing, and you'll see me do this here in a minute, is that if you are a miracle user and you use the incantation heal, you will be the perfect height for his attacks to just go over your head. I don't understand why this happens in every one of these games. I always find a way to just completely ignore a boss, and it seems like heal is the way to do it. Of course, the upswing could break that pretty easily, but for some reason he just never did it. So you'll see me start using heal here in a bit because I was running pretty low on flasks. But yeah, so if you're an incantation user, keep that in mind. You can heal kind of safely against this boss. Alright, so this attack here is probably the trickiest. He runs into you, and while that's happening, he has his axe ready. So what you need to do is just pay very close attention to his hands, and once his hands start swinging towards you, that's when you want to dodge. The rest of that attack is basically just a freak out. So, don't worry about it too much, but once his hands start moving, that's when you want to go. Okay, so you saw there, I fished out a backstab with his big overhead slam. That's really the attack to do it. If you're quick enough, you can also get it on this chain attack. You do need to successfully roll through it, otherwise the chain will push you away. But that's it. That's the fight. It's a Grave Warden Duelist, which you should have fought a few times by this point, but with the added benefit of Scarlet Rot and a bite that just completely exposes you. Okay, so you can find this boss in the Consecrated Snowfield Catacombs in the Consecrated Snowfield. The Consecrated Snowfield is a hidden area that requires both halves of the Halig Tree Secret Medallion. The first half can be found in the village of the Albinorics. Once there is a pot against the cliff wall. This is just up the hill from the side of Grace. You want to either roll into it or attack it once to expose Albus, who is an Albinoric, and he will give you one half of the medallion when you exhaust his dialogue. The other half of the medallion can be found in the mountaintops of the Giants in Castle Sol. When you defeat the boss there, just go up to the roof and you can find it there. And that's it. You need both halves, and then you can go back to the Grand Lift of Rold, and you'll get a new option to hoist the secret medallion, and the lift will take you somewhere else. And that's it. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Elden Ring, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. The links for those are in the description below. As always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.